You ready?
Personally, for me, harm reduction is important because I watched my brother use drugs for years and ultimately overdose and die.
Harm reduction is important to me because it means keeping my family safe.
I believe that it also includes therapeutic rather than punitive drug policies.
I have a lot of family drug use, and it was constant fights, bitterness, anger.
I was lucky enough to make it when I had some times of struggle.
In my world, I believe to change someone else's life is to change their narrative.
And with harm reduction, I've learned not to have all that anger, to be more compassionate, to not judge anybody and be so critical.
Harm reduction gave me a sense of family, sense of belonging, a place where I was accepted just as I was, just as I am.
As a physician, I believe in harm reduction because I'm sick and tired of my patients having to die.
I lost my daughter to the disease of addiction.
May all beings be free, and may my work contribute to that freedom.
It's important for you to find your own healing, to find your own path.
It's about civil rights, it's about public health.
Helping people regardless of the choices they make in life.
We don't judge people.
I believe that the people themselves are the experts on their own lives.
My harm reduction truth is that I was a skeptic, and even as a person who injected drugs.
I believe that harm reduction
is a movement that is never gonna stop.
That advocates for human rights, that advocates for humanity, that advocates for being a whole human being and respect.
Harm reduction works because it was created for and by people who use drugs.
It's not a radical idea. None of these concepts that people are complaining about and think are radical are radical. They're life-saving, common sense things.
I believe that harm reduction is the absolute opposite of tough love.
Harm reduction asks us to look at people as full human beings and recognize their full humanity, and that is challenging because we live within systems and structures that every day require us to do the contrary, to stigmatize and to dehumanize people.
When I was looking to build a relationship with my father, there were so many people who told me to forget about it, to wait, and for me, I lost the opportunity.
My boy Kenny, he was only 25 years old, died of an overdose. He was a peer educator just like me.
The truth about harm reduction is that the bigger our movement grows, we run the risk of losing the essence of harm reduction.
My truth about harm reduction is that it is the answer to most of life's problems. The hard part about having that skill and knowing that that's true is actually doing it.
Yeah, I believe that people really do want to be healthy and well.
I believe the war on drugs is a war on people.
Harm reduction has helped me reunite with my family and most importantly with myself.
Harm reduction is part of my life. Harm reduction saved me.
I believe harm reduction is just another way of saying that I care about you.
In my mind, harm reduction is the real thing, and that is love. And that's what I try to do each time I step on the street, to deal in love and safety.
I feel like our community has been so stigmatized and pushed down and pushed out and pushed away that people forget that we're not even just like them, we are them. We are people. We are your neighbor, we are your son, we are your friend from college.
Harm reduction is rehumanizing, harm reduction is love, harm reduction is kindness, harm reduction is helping. Harm reduction isn't about me, it's not just about you, it's about us.